Rich, good morning, and it's great to have you. I got to start with these long-term targets, and I just wonder, does this shift in strategy, at the end of the day, reduce the long-term market opportunity for you? You essentially go from an iBuying business, which is a market maker, to now getting a portion of transactions.
Hey, Deirdre, thanks for having me on. We took, about 4 months ago, we took a difficult but great decision to sunset, to wind down our home flipping operation, as it was just too volatile and too risky for our shareholders and our business, and ultimately served too few customers. And the volatility you're seeing in our earnings today actually just supports the that was a great decision. It throws this huge blanket over our P&L, over our GAAP earnings, and it's hard to figure out what's going on in the business itself. But what is emerging from the fog, we are emerging from the fog now, and I think what investors are seeing now is a sleek, ironclad cruiser that is kind of beginning to steam out of the fog and has a lot of blue ocean ahead of it. We did make some news, as you pointed out today, by putting a stake in the ground for 2025 numbers, saying we plan to grow and we expect to grow to $5 billion in revenues and 45% profit margins, and that is supported by the growth we have seen and the growth we are reporting today in the core business, which generated $853 million in EBITDA in 2021, up 3.5x from 3 years ago. So the company's got a strong balance sheet, is in good shape, and is set for the next phase, which is the housing super app.
Rich, I'm wondering if you can put a number on that blue ocean that you are heading towards. You did so a few years ago when you talked about the opportunity in the iBuying business. You said that the TAM was $1.9 trillion in a presentation. What does the TAM look like for what you're trying to do now? Take a piece of transactions.
Yeah, the overall TAM of the housing market is a giant industry, perhaps the largest in the country. And that $2 trillion of TAM is simply the transaction value of all homes that are exchanged every year. Last year, it was 6.1 million homes and over $2 trillion in TAM. That is ultimately the source of our opportunity. Now that we are not a primary, we're not in the home flipping business ourselves, we're kind of looking at what fees are generated off the exchange of all those homes in the form of real estate industry commissions, in mortgage fees and commissions, in appraisals and moving and closing and title and escrow. And that is what we see as our primary TAM now. And that is about $300 billion a year. We are set up as the leader, the go-to, the biggest brand in real estate for consumers. We get 4 million daily app users on our app, which is probably 3 times the size of the nearest competitor. We are in a position to turn those users into customers, and that is what our vision is going forward with the Housing Super App.
Right. Rich, given what's happening with relatively low inventory, high prices, difficult to get into the market with starter homes these days, I'm surprised your rental business doesn't have more momentum, more traction. Can you tell me how you're thinking about the market overall and how it's going to develop over the next even 5 years, and the degree to which Zillow is going to be a software and platform provider to the whole real estate industry, including landlords, and to the extent that you're really looking to focus on sale transactions?
I mean, our rental business is really strong. It is strong, but nascent. And the macro setup for rentals right now, John, as you point out, is kind of difficult. Rents are soaring, vacancies are low, not a lot of money being spent by landlords on marketing their empty rentals, because they really don't have many empty rentals, and that is our primary business model there. But we have made a really great kind of Zillow 2.0, what we call moving towards the transaction investment in rentals. We have digitized and automated applications. We have all these landlord tools where they can actually collect rent using their Zillow Rental Manager app. We think we're setting up really nicely to be the place to go for both renters and landlords, bringing the two of them together in a really seamless, easy way. So it's a great seed that we planted 10 years ago in the rental space, and it is coming to fruition now.